It's venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. On the Falcons sideline, head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sucked them last week resolves itself this time around.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. You understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
He'll look to throw. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 112 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll go with the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bears take over. But now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Jalen Walker on the coverage.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And the Falcons' 1st down.
Now a handoff running through the middle. scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But then get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it can be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Taken down back at the
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Third down and 13. Looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's third down and 4.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff. And just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Falcons.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Shoves him aside. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 2-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
At the 13-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This now a 3rd and 4.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. The Falcons ready to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
That is caught. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, look at the juke. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And it's caught. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And able to get this out to the 25. And onto the field now come the Bears.
2nd
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
It's a gain of 67 yards.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Romadunze, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Santos with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Powering forward. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's it.
3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Falcon first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Willis. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets around him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
First down, Falcons.
Robinson up the middle. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 27.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now we'll see WK2 now for the Falcons. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Atlanta.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught at the end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index, because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over.
Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Down back at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 14. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw again. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And down he goes Falcons taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Bears 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big play that time on a catch and run. 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, 27 yards. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Able to slither by. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
A 3-yard loss brings up 3rd and 13.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for Atlanta, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.